Hey everybody, it's the Dr. Jason West program. We are going to be talking about the secrets of autoimmune disorder. So if you're just joining with us, you're going to meet MJ in just a second. And I need to tell you that you're not your diagnosis. I think this is the most important thing that you'll see out of MJ's story is someone that's out of hope and out of time and out of options, and how literally she's turning her whole life around. And it's because she's not your diagnosis. So if you're suffering from an autoimmune condition, whether it's lupus or rheumatoid arthritis or multiple sclerosis or something going on with your body, whether it's your thyroid, and again, your nerves, your muscles, like I love to share the story because when you put the body back in balance, good things happen. So tonight's program is all about how to beat autoimmune disorders. And the way to do it is to put your body back in balance. So getting all the vitamins back together, the minerals, your emotions are a big part of it. The essential fats that come in your system and protect your body, and being able to break those down and identify any, what we call interference fields, or any bad things that are happening, whether it's emotions, whether it's physiology, whether it's your stomach, whether it's your environment. Like if you can eliminate those and then build up your system, now you have a chance to beat autoimmune disorder. So I'm going to tell you everything that we did for NJ right after the program runs. We also have a free ebook on how to beat autoimmune over at drjasonwest.live. So what happens was NJ was diagnosed with lupus, and then she ended up at the West Clinic in December. And here's the amazing thing happened in just 2 weeks of treatment. You guys here, check it out. Here we go.
So I would say there is hope. I thought I was done at age 52. I thought I'm never going to see my daughter grow up. I won't remember her graduating high school. And now I know I got a lot of living left to do. And so what I would probably say to somebody is, don't be scared about it. Don't have that and I actually worked in a hospital. A lot of people have what they call white coat fear.
Right.
And you don't have to have that at your clinic because you get treated like a real honest to goodness human.
Hey everyone, Dr. Jason and NJ in the West Clinic with just a neat patient success story. And so as we were doing our evaluation today, I said, NJ, please share your story, because someone out there is going to have something similar to you that are looking for solutions, options, a treatment program. And it's just been phenomenal. Like it's just so special when we have stories like this. I feel like going home because all my work is done for the day, even though it's the morning with that. So NJ, tell everybody like what you've been facing and how you felt before you came to the office.
You bet. So about 2 years ago, I was really struggling with cognition. I never felt well. I had no desire to do anything. And I've been a professional for over 20 years. And finally, I was given a diagnosis 2 years ago of lupus, but the treatment wasn't working. I was put on medications that made me worse. And my partner said, I took my mom to the West Clinic. I want to take you there. I'm sure they can help you. And so we took a risk. We left my 12-year-old with family, and we came out and did the tests, and I was scared to death because I couldn't put two thoughts together. Seriously. And let alone be a professional. I hadn't worked for the past 2 months. And even after the first day, when the blood testing started and I had a prognosis, and we figured out that this was not in fact lupus, but tailored it to me personally, immediately started feeling better.
So so NJ, when we talked about, you know, the diagnosis is autoimmune and this this lupus category, which you had some positive markers, but I told you I don't think it's lupus. You know, I think that what's happening is we've got all this inflammation in the system. So the traditional medical diagnosis, like there's no question that you have lupus, you have the markers and stuff like that. But as I shared with you that study that says that chronic infections can mimic or they can change some of those markers. And I'm like, just throw this out. Let's just try and start to make you feel better. And so what were the treatments that you started experiencing?
You know, the first thing that we did was with the vitamin C, and I don't know the names of all the various treatments, but even after that first day, energy level was up. My thinking, and probably a month ago, I was lucky if I knew what the date was, and I don't even have to think about it anymore.
That was really fun to see, because you kept saying, hey, look, my brain's starting to work again. Like it's starting to, well, I can put stuff together. And it's just been a phenomenal success story all the way around. And now and it hasn't even been that long. It's been 2 weeks today, right?
Yes. We are quite a ways from home. And so my partner and I made the choice to stay and just go on this wellness journey in complete faith. And I could not be more pleased, because the NJ that I've always been is back. And I can't express to you how huge that is for me. And we jokingly call it NJ syndrome, and that we found a cure for it because you tailored the treatment not only to my physical self, but your staff actually fed my soul in this journey. And that was so positive and so great that I can't even really, I don't even have words to express it. My family is saying, we haven't seen this lady for a while. This is amazing. So I don't think there could have been a better holiday gift for my family and I than wellness. And I thank you for that, truly.
It was so amazing hearing her story of saying, and your teenage daughter said to you, what?
She said, Mom, I can't believe this is you. You were not feeling good, you were grumpy, and you have your joy again. And for her to say that, even in all of her teenage wisdom, to say, Mom, it's so good that you're joyful again. You're not the grumpy, grouchy mom, but I can tell you feel better. And you remember what I'm telling you. And that's huge for that age. So there almost aren't words to express the woman who came here 2 weeks ago, who was trapped in her own mind, being told and given medications originally saying you have depression, you're middle-aged, and that wasn't even close to what was happening in my life. And I feel like a kid again, and I just can't wait to get home and just zip into life again and be NJ again.
So you guys, a recap is so many times people get mislabeled or misdiagnosed with, quote, the autoimmune family, and it's because the immune system and really what happens with illness is you run out of energy. So if you can restore the energy, then the body takes over and can heal itself. And that's what happened with NJ, is she started getting the energy back, and then the brain started working, and then all the symptoms started to improve. And so that's why we always say in the office, you're not your diagnosis. There's a person in there. And so to summarize the treatments, it's the vitamin C infusions, it's the nerve reset or the neural therapy, it's the custom medical nutritional therapy based upon blood tests, and that's kind of the outcomes. And NJ, you got to show them your shirt.
I love this. And so this past year, I have a good friend who has been on the weight loss journey with me, and so we have committed to running 5K again next spring. And so I will be wearing this shirt when I run in May.
And the shirt says, I'm the hero of my own story, which means you write your story, and then show them what's on the back.
I love this. I love it.
The most important thing, you're not your diagnosis. There's a person in there.
Yes.
So, NJ, as far as people across the street, across the country that are watching this, that are fighting with some type of serious diagnosis, autoimmune diagnosis, most of the time people learn some really important life lessons. And is there anything that you learned or that you could share with someone watching this going, well, what do I do? What would you say?
You know, my whole life I've grown up to be fearful of doctors. And for the first time in my life, I feel like I was an integral part of my own healing journey because of just the treatment that I received. Not just the actual treatment in the IVs and things, but just in the approach that was given. And so I would say there is hope. I thought I was done at age 52. I thought I'm never going to see my daughter grow up. I won't remember her graduating high school. And now I know I got a lot of living left to do. And so what I would probably say to somebody is, don't be scared about it. Don't have that and I actually worked in a hospital. A lot of people have what they call white coat fear.
Right.
And you don't have to have that at your clinic because you get treated like a real honest to goodness human. And what I've expressed to your staff is it's so wonderful. And I can't say this enough, that you walk in and the whole staff knows your name. They know your treatment. And you feel like a member of the family when you go home. And I mean that with all that I am. I came here as a patient, and I'm leaving as a family member who's feeling phenomenal. And I can't thank you enough, and I mean that truly.
Okay, you guys, nothing to say after that. Dr. Jason West and NJ, you're not your disease. You can beat it. It's not always autoimmune forever. Like, you can reverse that. I believe that. You can see it with NJ, and we'll see you guys on the next patient success story. Okay, you guys, so you heard MJ's story, and I just wanted to add a couple things to that. Like, one example is this comment that I got from Lisa. Hi, Lisa. Wow, that's awesome. I've had the same problem. I have lupus, Sjogren's, thyroid storm for literally 10 years. I haven't been the same. And my response to you and for people like you is to tell them this. Look, if you can put people back in balance, if you can literally help build up the immune system. And when we talk about autoimmune, I don't think one day that your body said, hey, I don't like my thyroid, I'm going to kill it. Or I don't like my nervous system, I'm going to kill my nerves, I'm going to kill my muscles. I think what happens is the body gets tricked into thinking that that's the bad guy. So that these proteins look like human tissue, and then you go after them. And I think the cause of autoimmune is a trigger to express some basically suppressed genes. That's one part of it. Also, the chronic infection causes neurobehavior, neurodegenerative, psychiatric, autoimmune. And if we can help to put the body in balance, then we help the person. And our mantra at the office is we don't care who gets the credit of what you do to get better, as long as you get better. And when you put that into context to say, look, we're going to build up the body. We're going to make sure we got energy blocks with this wonderful thing called vitamin C. When we take someone that's out of balance with their hormones and start helping to give them NHP. And so NHP stands for natural hormone precursors. I think it's so much more important than hormone therapy. You get outcomes like NJ. So if you like any more information, we actually created a book, a system of what we talked about for NJ, and it's over here on drjasonwest.live. So every week we're putting a story, we're putting a masterclass together to help people to live all the way up here and not down here. And so that's what we've done, drjasonwest.live. So I put together a literally a map of the 5 things that you can do for autoimmune disorders. It's not all just about immunosuppressor, immunomodular medicine. What it is it's about helping people to live. So healthy food, enough water, healthy emotions, building blocks, getting the immune system right, and then using nerve reboot therapy to help people. That's what happens. You're gonna again, we've got another testimonial coming up in a couple weeks. Next week, we're going to be talking about one of the most important topics, and it's how to get your energy back. I'm Dr. Jason West. That is our program for Wednesday night. If you like the ebook and resources, it's free. Just head over to Dr. Jason West, and we'll see you guys on the next patient success story, the next master class. On behalf of the West Clinic team, I'm out.